I get stopped all the time about you, Maureen. Tons of people. And they're like, you know what I love? I love the nerve with Maureen Callahan.
Oh, I love hearing that.
And
Thank you.
It's male and female. It's amazing. Like it has, I think, equal appeal, as does the Megyn Kelly show.
That's crazy.
Equal appeal to men and women.
I love that.
It's very hard to do.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. It is, because I think like the Today Show is obviously just going for women.
Right.
A lot of the Manosphere podcasts, they just want men.
Right.
It's hard to find an audience that's almost equal. You know, it's like 55-45, what have you. And so hats off to you, madam.
Well, thanks, Megyn. My favorite emails come from men who make sure to identify themselves as super straight, really tough guys. They love lots of hot heterosexual sex. They also love to shit talk Meghan Markle. I got one from a welder the other day.
No way.
He was like, yeah, like I'm in the shop all the time. I used to catch a ton of shit for listening to your show. And then one day I was like, you got to come over here and hear what the Nerve is saying about Meghan Markle. And they were like all into it.
Oh, don't mind if we do.
Don't mind if I do.
Well, it's funny you should mention her, because I do have something queued up for you. She recently attended an NBA game, and because she doesn't really like publicity, she sat courtside with Harry and had to nudge him to smile for the camera. We've actually gone so far as to slow it down to slow-mo so that we can be sure we zero in. Let us see. There she is. Hi. There you are. Rubbing the arm. Give your photo up. So Maureen, there it is. There's the slow-mo. Oh, yeah.
The eyes.
You can't miss. Darling, this is the whole reason we're here. That's really what she's saying there. Look into the damn camera and get me my shot. If you're not looking, then they're not looking at me.
So there's a couple of things about that. This is what Mark Bowden calls trophy behavior.
Oh.
So in doing this, Megyn is showing off her trophy. And she's trying to animate the trophy to make sure that we're communicating that the trophy is as much in love with me as I am with him.
Oh, that makes sense.
And then when you slow it down and you look at the minute he looks straight at the camera, it's a micro pause, but his eyes look like he could kill. He looks he doesn't want to be there, and he doesn't want to be engaging with the media that they ran away from.
Yeah.
Running for their lives.
That I think he genuinely hates.
Oh, I do too.
But she doesn't.
Oh no, she loves it. And you know, the other thing is, like, you go, those seats are very coveted, even among celebrities.
And very expensive.
Courtside seats. And if you go to play. Like, you go, like, we see it in New York City at the Knicks games all the time.
Yep.
Like, Spike Lee is, like, practically like a fixture there, has been forever. Even the most recalcitrant, cranky celebs who sit,
Here
like,
she is next to Queen Latifah, FY.
Okay, so do you think that was, like, whoever does the seating for those games, effing with her a little
Like
bit?
subversive.
Here's a queen.
The queen
Here's
next
Queen
to the Duchess.
Latifah.
She's higher than you.
She's higher than you, and she's more well liked than you, and she had a hit show for a very long time.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I thought was interesting about that game was the Obamas were there.
God.
And it seemed to me like, oh, is this the night where, like, high profile couples who have divorce rumblings swirling all around them go to show the world that, like, everything's cool?
Yeah, it could have been.
I'm not buying it.
But it really is a joke. Like, honestly, it's the South Park. We want privacy. We want privacy. Front row courtside. You know, it's not, like, I go to Knicks games with my family. Mm-hmm. I took my young guy, my 12-year-old, just the two of us, and it was super fun. We went as like a mom-son date. We didn't sit there. Oh, I could have bought those tickets. I could have made sure we got seen courtside. I didn't do that because I was going to watch a basketball game with my child. I wasn't going for a photo op, which clearly she was. She doesn't care about basketball. She wanted to be seen. And this bitch is still, they're in court right now suing the Daily Mail in the UK about, like, yet another piece of coverage that they thought was unfair to poor, mean Harry and Meghan, you know, like poor, mean Daily Mail going after these poor, you know, losers who just want to be left alone. Bullshit.
He was on the stand, by the way, in that courtroom, crying, like weeping or trying to weep on the stand about the misery that the media has caused his wife. And the judge in the case had to remonstrate him several times and say, excuse me, sir, this is a courtroom. It is not about your emotions.
It's not Oprah.
Pull yourself together and speak to the matter at hand. That is it. So it cannot be both, right?
No.
It cannot
be
both.
this is exactly right. If you put yourself out into the public sphere as a public figure, you know, in any prominent way, there's a number of ways that you can become a public figure and be out there. You have to accept that this is part of the deal. It's not nice. It's not pleasant. I mean, honestly, I was laughing. Abby and I were looking at this recently. I'm like, in the past few years, I've been called a racist, a transphobe, a bigot, an Islamophobe, a pro-pedophile. Now it's anti-Semite. Like, none of this is pleasant. None of it is true. And you really do have to know who you are, you know, to be able to handle this. And I think that's part of the problem with this woman. She doesn't know who she is.
Exactly.
At all. She's playing a role, and she has been from the start, especially with Harry.
Exactly.
So she can't take the negative coverage, which is why they continue suing and suing and suing. And even in that court proceeding, he was talking about how, like, my wife was treated abominably by the British press corps. Oh my God, they made her an international star. They loved her in the beginning. You only started to get upset when she started to behave badly, and they wrote about that too.
The thing about Meghan, to your point about not knowing who she is, so like all the things you were just describing are unpleasant, but I'm sure they don't land with you. I'm sure it's like Elizabeth Taylor once said about Joan Rivers, doesn't hit me where I live. Not who I am.
Yeah.
I know that. I think her problem is she thought that this level of fame and a power marriage like this would fill the hole, but nothing's going to fill that hole. It's it's a black hole because it's a black hole of identity inside.
Right. And it interestingly, in her case, it doesn't have to do, I don't think she has like man issues. She has self-esteem issues. Like the women who have man issues have dads who were not around or who left their moms or who are serial cheaters on the moms, right? And they don't know how to be treated. They don't know how to like demand good treatment, usually. And I'm generalizing. That's not her thing. Her thing is, I need to be built up into something I'm not. Whatever I am is not good enough in her head. This is how she feels. And so she's got to land the prince, and she's got to have the right cover of the right magazine. She's got to be called Duchess, even when she's the only one in the house, Maureen.
No.
She's got to be courtside. She's got to be as ever and with the beekeeper, right? Like all of it has to be curated to perfection, or we're all going to see behind the veil that she's just like the rest of us, imperfect as hell, but relatively fine.
Well, you know, there are parallels here with Carolyn Bessette Kennedy, who I think we're going to get to. But one of the things about Meghan also that is such a tell for me is that whenever she's interacting with another person who's not really, it's not Harry, but it'll be somebody else, whether it's a friend, an employee, a handler, whatever. She does this thing constantly that is so off-putting, and it's a power move. She pets them.
I was picturing that in my mind while you were winding up.
She pets them. She takes their hand. She brings it over them. And then it goes somewhere on like the back or the shoulder or the arm where the other person can't even get to it to be like, get off, you know?
She does it in this video, Canadian Debbie tells me. Oh, she's got the sachet going. Oh, here I am. Okay, keep going.
And then she gets to the red carpet or the blue carpet, you'll see. And this handler is attempting to arrange this completely unruly, dated, old person's train. This gown is so dated.
Yeah.
Like she can't even, like no decent stylist will work with her. You can tell.
Right. They don't want anything to do with this.
This thing looks like an 80s prom dress to me.
It does, actually.
And look at her like flaunting look at my train. Yeah, this wasn't even her night. This is Tina Knowles' night. This is Beyonce's mother's night. This is apparently also another gala she invited herself to.
Oh, God.
She wasn't on the list. She wasn't on the program. She wasn't among the honorees or the distinguished guests.
This is what I object to. I object to obvious attempts to be fabulous. It's one thing to be fabulous, right? It really is.
Yes.
And you just are.
Yes.
And it's quite another when I can see you're trying.
Yes.
It's a turnoff. Not for nothing, but back to that sheriff out in the Tucson Nancy Benet Ramsey case. I'm sorry. It's just so funny. I love that guy. He's like, sorry, forgive me. We have to laugh where we can. Melissa Francis, you know, she's a friend of mine from Fox News, and she's formerly a big child star. She was on Little House on the Prairie. She and Jason Bateman played the Ingalls second round of children when the originals grew up.
Oh.
And she was little Cassandra Ingalls.
Okay.
And Jason Bateman was her brother. And she could cry on a dime, like nobody's business. Actual tears. Hold on a second. I got to pull this up. I don't think Melissa would care if I read this, but we were texting about it this morning about that. She had watched the sheriff segment and she liked it. And she was saying, she said, love the comments on the crying investigator. Take it from a world champion. What did I tell my son? Her son tried to like pretend cry over not getting something when he was young. And she was like, I expect more than this. She says, there's no water on your face. It's very hard to believe you when there's no water. She says, it's very hard to truly cry without water. This is why they paid me so much. She said, this is why my daughter's going to be a star. She's like, she goes, do you make crying face and crying voice? That's easy. But does water fall out of your eyes onto your cheeks? That is the test of truth. And she says, I have not seen liquid with that man. Love the number one expert.
That's so amazing.
Funny. But she's right.
She's absolutely right. And what I have read is the acting trick to being a convincing crier is that when people are about to cry, almost every moment, like you're trying not to.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in public. Like
yes.
You can see the face try to suppress everything and push it back. And actually the act of doing that kind of makes you cry more.
Yeah.
Because you're beginning to feel bad for yourself now.
Facts. Oh, right? And God forbid somebody feel bad for you in that moment. You're
100% is the last thing you want.
International disputes, inflation, rising national debt, digital currency. There is a never-ending list of reasons gold has risen over 700% in the last 20 years. And a never-ending list of reasons smart Americans diversify a portion of their savings into precious metals with Birch Gold Group. Gold can thrive during uncertainty, which is why it is a crucial part of a balanced strategy. It gives you peace of mind given all the events that could impact the U.S. economy. See if holding gold in a tax-sheltered retirement account is right for you. Birch Gold can help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold. Just text MK to the number 989898 to receive your free info kit on gold. There's no obligation, just useful information. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, consider letting Birch Gold help you diversify with gold, so you too can have peace of mind regardless of the uncertainty. Text MK to the number 989898. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.